Hello everyone and welcome to a new sexual review. Today's product is the Lucy 16.54 pound silicone realistic pussy sex doll bubble butt hip toy from Erovenus. So this is their newest kind of anime body pillow sized own a hip / doggy style butt / just sex doll butt toy, and it's everything you're expecting from Erovenus / LoveNestle. It has excellent detail work. Again, I'm not sure if this is coming through on camera. You can see in the skin, like here, let me show you the butt cheeks. You can see the veins in the butt cheeks. You can see dimples. You can see freckles. You can see discoloration. The skin looks realistic. It feels realistic. The detail in the clitoris, in the vagina, in the butthole, it's all very realistic. I reviewed a life-size butt the other week. So this one is smaller. This one is for an anime body pillow. This is what I call anime body pillow sized. So it's scaled down. It's not the size of, I mean, it could be the size of a very skinny woman, but I just call these things anime body pillow size rather than life size. But it is extremely realistic. So as you can see, the legs are only in this one position, which means you could do missionary or dog, but the legs aren't very long. So you're gonna have to prop this to get to the proper height, which is not a deal breaker. It doesn't appear to be any bones in this doll. It's just kind of floppy, which is fine. You don't really expect bones in these butts unless they have posable legs. Then they tend to have bones in them. But for these sorts of toys, it's just what you see is what you get. So again, the detail work is amazing. The belly button looks good. You can see the skin tone, the color, the details, the pores, the wrinkles. It's just the skin looks amazing. I'm always impressed with the detail of the Erovenus LoveNestle brand. Now, I do have, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, when I push these together, it looks totally real. Now, if I open them up, you can see okay, it starts to look more like a sex toy now. But as you can see, it's got two functional holes. You have the butthole and you have the vagina. They're anatomically correct. So it feels great, it looks great. The big thing is the butt. As you know, I've gone round and round when it comes to LoveNestle's toys. In my opinion, a lot of times their butts are too soft. They feel more like boobs. But they finally listened to me and they decreased the softness of the butt. So this is a big, let me look at this bubble butt. It's maybe hard to even come through. Let me show you this angle. Look how round and bubbly this butt is. It's an extremely bubbly butt. So, and it feels good. This is how a butt should feel. Now, this is a particularly large butt. I know it's scaled down. It's anime body pillow size, but it's very large for the scale. But it feels really good in the hands. It feels like a butt should feel. You can feel the muscle. You can feel the skin. It's soft, but it doesn't feel like boobs, so it's great. Now it's softer than I would like, but that's because the butt is so big. So I'm not a huge fan of big bubble butts. I like, something I could grip, but not something that my hands sink into. So here's the issue. Because this weighs 16 pounds, it isn't a lot. It's not crazy. What I like to do with these smaller kind of anime body pillow butts, because when you're using a life-size butt, it weighs 30, 40, 50 pounds. So it's really hard to hold in your hands and use it like a fleshlight. So usually you have to kind of just sit it on something and either have sex with it missionary or doggy style. But with the smaller butts, you can hold them like this. You can hold them in your hands and you can thrust in and out of it like you're, like a fleshlight, but you have your hands on her butt. So it's like you're holding her. It's like, I don't know what position this is. It's when the girl wraps her legs around you and then wraps her arms around your neck. And she's she's just kind of going up and down on your shaft while you're holding her in the air. I don't know what that position is called. But you can't do that with full-figured women. You do that with little skinny girls, but you can't do that with full-figured women because they weigh too much. So, but that's a cool position to do. So what I like to do with these smaller kind of anime body pillow butts is hold them by their butts and use them like a fleshlight, right? because this butt is so big and bubbly, my fingers sink into it. Again, this doesn't feel like boobs. They fixed the butt issue. The butt does not feel like boobs, but it's still soft. As you can see, I still sink into it. So when I'm holding this up and trying to use it like, like a fleshlight, instead of thrusting into it while it's resting on something, hold it in my hands and like thrust in and out of it. When I'm doing that, my hands are like sinking into the butt cheek because the butt is so bubbly. So I'm not a fan of that. But other than that, it felt great. It felt completely real. Like the realism of the Erovenus toys are great. Just find the one that works for you. Their quality is second to none, especially for the price point. So there really isn't much else to say. If you have an anime body pillow and you're looking for an anime body pillow kind of butt doll for your anime body pillow, and your waifu is a little bit on the thicker side and has a big bubbly butt, this might be the perfect toy for you. I prefer the Naomi doll, and I'll do a compare and contrast. So let me put Lucy to the side and let me get Naomi. So Naomi is another doll from Erovenus / LoveNestle. It's on the smaller side. It's also anime body pillow size. But the butt, I could do a side by. So here's Naomi's butt compared to, I got a lot going on. All right, let me just stand these up. All right, so you can see the Naomi butt compared to the Lucy butt. And the Lucy butt is much bigger, much more bubbly. I actually prefer the Naomi to the Lucy because the Naomi feels natural. The Naomi feels like I like skinny girls in real life. I prefer skinny girls. And usually when you're dating a skinny girl, she tends to have, a B cup if you're lucky, usually A cups, but B cups if you're lucky, and not much in the way of a butt. If you like them skinny, you kind of have to accept that you're not going to get much in the boobs and the butt department. If you like boobs and butts, she's probably not going to be skinny. It's kind of like a package deal. So I like the natural feel of the Naomi. Not too big and bubbly, but it feels natural. The Lucy butt definitely has more jiggle, more grip. If you're into bigger butts, you probably are into this. I just prefer the Naomi. Another big difference is Naomi does not have a functional butthole. Now, you could see there's color, and you could tell this is where the butthole's supposed to be, but there's nothing there. There's no hole there. You can't actually use the butt. You can use the butt in Lucy. She has two functions. Stick it in her ass. You cannot stick it in Naomi's ass. Her butt is not functional, so she only has one hole. And she's also there's less going on in terms of mass, but she also weighs less. Naomi weighs about 10 pounds and Lucy weighs 16 pounds. But I wanted to compare these two because they're very comparable. The same size, the same scale. So Naomi, I would say, if you like skinny girls and you want more realism and natural feeling, go with Naomi. If you like more exaggerated, anime proportions, where she's got a big bubbly ass and big succulent titties, then maybe the Lucy is more for you. So I'm going to put Naomi down now. Okay, so going back to Lucy, I don't really have much else to say. When it comes to these Erovenus / LoveNestle dolls, it's like what you see is what you get. They've kind of nailed the feeling. All the dolls are going to feel like the real thing. They're going to have the detail, they're going to have the color, they're going to have the the texture. It's all there. It's just about what are you into? If you like skinny natural, do you like exaggerated? Do you like big asses? Do you want an ass that's big and fat and feels like a giant boob? They can accommodate you. So it's more of what you're into than anything. Let's talk about price. This is kind of surprising because Naomi is $250 and she weighs 10 pounds. Lucy weighs 16 pounds and she costs $430. That's quite the significant price increase. And really, yes, you're getting 6 more pounds doll, and she has a big, round, bubbly butt. But, we're talking a couple $100s. That's not a small jump in price. So just, you know, now $430 isn't like going to break the bank or anything, but you're getting pretty significantly high. For a few $100s more, you can get a life-size butt, or you can get a torso doll that has boobs that you can actually like lay on for missionary and stuff like that. So this is at a pretty, I'd say this is on the higher end when it comes to price for what you're getting. When you're just getting a butt, especially an anime body pillow size butt and not a life-size butt, $430 is a lot. $250 for the Naomi, I'd say is a good deal, especially for the silicone and the quality you're getting. $430 is pretty expensive. But if you want a big, you know, anime booty, you know, again, this is for an anime body pillow. So if you like big butts and you cannot lie, and you want something for your anime body pillow that's the same scale, but has these exaggerated, juicy anime proportions, that's fine. Just be aware you're going to be paying a little bit more. No, I don't think $430 is unreasonable, but it is it's on the higher side. So just be aware of what you're paying for. The only other thing is you can sit this up. It leans forward slightly, but you can sit it up, and it's fine. So this can accommodate you if you have an anime body pillow, or another use for these is if you use a VR, like a VR headset for hentai games. These are light enough where you can have them on your lap, and you can bounce them on your lap and have like cowgirl sex with them while you're wearing your VR headset. And you know, because you're interacting with this with your hands and your eyes are seeing fine. You don't need like a full doll when you're using VR. You just need the parts that you're interacting with. So these pair well with VR or an anime body pillow. So highly recommend this. I recommend everything from Erovenus / LoveNestle. They make excellent, high quality, excellent value sex doll torsos and butts. So just think about what you're into. Again, I prefer the Naomi because I like a more natural feeling butt. But if you like big succulent ghetto booties, but you want it on a smaller anime body pillow scale, then this might be the doll for you. I do have a coupon code that'll save you a little bit of money on the whole site. So you can get Lucy here and save a little bit on her price, or you can get the Naomi, or you can get anything from the Erovenus / LoveNestle website. All their dolls are excellent. I really have no qualms, except for make sure if you want a realistic feeling butt, do not get the Love Ass upgrade. If you get the Love Ass, they're going to put gel in the butt. It's going to make it feel like boobs. Now, if you want the butt to feel like boobs, go for it. But if you want the butt to feel, then don't get the Love Ass upgrade. Just get the normal butt where they don't put the gel in it, and then it should feel like a normal butt. So anyway, I'm really excited and proud to be partnering with Erovenus / LoveNestle. I love their products. This is no exception. Just be aware of the price for what you're getting, and be aware of the alternatives. Make sure that if you're going to get a doll, you know, browse the website, think about what your tastes are, what you're looking for. Do you want a life-size doll? Do you want an anime body pillow size doll? Do you want one with natural proportions? Do you want one with exaggerated anime proportions? These are questions you need to ask yourself. But just be aware, the bigger the doll, the more you're going to pay. Because the dolls, you know, they cost more. This material isn't free. So the more doll you get, the more is. So just understand that. And but honestly, you can't go wrong with LoveNestle / Erovenus. They make excellent products. Just make sure you don't get the Love Ass upgrade, so the butt feels like a butt. But other than that, they're great. Anyway, thank you, Erovenus, for sending me this toy. Good product, excellent. Recommend if you want an anime body pillow with a big, juicy, bubbly butt. Check out the coupon code, save a little bit of money on the website. Get this, or get the Naomi, or get any of the other dolls on Erovenus. They're all excellent. So thank you very much for watching. This is Turd Flinging Monkey, and I'll see you next time.